In the shadow of the Appalachian Mountains lies a forgotten town, Blackwood Ridge, a place where dense forests swallow the daylight and the wind carries whispers of things best left unspoken. This is the story of four brutal murders, a vanishing family, and something else, something no one can explain. Our story begins in October of 1987, when the Keller family, known in the area for their modest farm and reclusive lifestyle, was found slaughtered in their home. Sheriff's deputies who responded to a neighbor's worried call discovered a scene so violent it would haunt them for life. The house was eerily quiet when deputies arrived. The front door stood ajar, swaying in the breeze. Inside, the walls were streaked with blood. The parents, Mark and Linda Keller, were found in the living room, their bodies brutally mutilated. Their teenage son, Eli, lay at the foot of the stairs, his neck broken. But the most chilling part, their youngest daughter, Sarah, only 7 years old, was missing. There was no trace of her anywhere. No footprints, no drag marks, nothing. It was as if the earth had swallowed her whole. Locals whispered that it was no ordinary murder, and in a town like Blackwood Ridge, where legends run as deep as the mines beneath the mountain, rumors spread fast. Some spoke of the Ridgewalker, a creature from Cherokee legend said to haunt the woods and claim the souls of the lost. Others insisted it was the work of an outsider, a drifter who'd passed through town just days before. But the deeper authorities dug, the stranger the case became. There were no signs of forced entry, no valuables were taken, and the wounds, according to the coroner, weren't from any blade or tool he could recognize. They were torn as if by claws, massive claws. Then came the reports of the lights. Several townsfolk reported strange, bright lights in the sky on the night of the murders, spherical, white orbs that hovered above the ridge, moving silently before vanishing into the clouds. Deputy James Rowe claimed he saw a bluish beam of light sweep over the Kellers' property. At first, no one took him seriously, but as more reports came in, even the skeptics began to wonder. What's more, the Keller family's livestock had disappeared without a trace. Every cow, sheep, even the family's dogs gone, as if lifted into the sky. No blood, no tracks. Search parties combed the forest, but no trace of Sarah was found. Then, the forest grew silent. Blackwood Ridge fell into dread. Almost a year passed. In September 1988, terror returned. A family of campers, the Dawsons, was found dead at their campsite near the ridge. Once again, the bodies were savagely torn apart. Once again, strange lights were seen. The site was scarred with circular burn marks in the ground, as if something immense had landed there. A terrified fisherman claimed to see a dark, towering figure watching from the trees. He described glowing red eyes and long, inhuman limbs, and he claimed the figure floated. The town began to empty. Blackwood Ridge, once a place of simple living, became a ghost town. People left their homes, abandoning everything. The forest became a no-go zone. But the terror wasn't over. In 1991, a group of spelunkers exploring an old mine shaft near the ridge vanished. Their last radio call spoke of hearing a child's laughter deep in the mine, a voice echoing through the tunnels. Rescuers found their equipment strewn about, but no bodies. Only strange, claw-like gouges in the rock walls, and odd, slimy residue along the cavern floor. Samples sent for analysis were lost by the lab. The government sealed the mine entrance, no explanation given. Reports continued over the years, hikers vanishing without a trace, hunters finding deer carcasses with organs removed, as if by surgical tools, and always the lights in the sky. In 1997, a hunter found a child's small, weathered shoe half buried in the dirt, overgrown with moss. Inside was a scrap of faded fabric with the name Sarah written in a child's handwriting. No bones, no further evidence. Locals still talk about the night of the storm in 2003. A violent thunderstorm rolled over Blackwood Ridge. Amid the flashes of lightning, residents on the outskirts saw the orbs again, but this time larger, brighter. The air filled with an unnatural hum that rattled windows and set dogs howling. And then, a blinding white flash from the ridge. The storm passed. And in the morning, a massive circular swath of trees on the ridge had been flattened, perfectly flattened, as if pressed down by an enormous force. But no tracks, no debris. More chilling still, a local woman who lived near the ridge awoke that night to see a pale figure standing in her yard, staring up at the lights. It was small, the size of a child, but when she called out, it turned and vanished into thin air. She swears it was Sarah. In recent years, Blackwood Ridge has become a place of fascination for cryptid hunters, UFO researchers, and conspiracy theorists. Some claim the U.S. government is covering up an extraterrestrial presence. Others say there's a secret military base hidden in the mountain, and a few insist it's something even darker, something ancient that predates humanity. What really happened on Blackwood Ridge? Was it the work of a human predator, hiding behind local superstition, a predator with unthinkable tools and cruelty? Or is Blackwood Ridge truly a place where worlds collide, a portal, a cursed land, or a hunting ground for things not of this earth? The forest remains, silent and watching, and the mysteries of Blackwood Ridge remain unsolved. Perhaps some truths are too dangerous to know. Thank you for watching Echoes of Evil. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more chilling true crime and mystery stories. And tell us in the comments, what do you believe is the real secret of Blackwood Ridge?